This is what happens to anyone who dares to share the cage with Tony Ferguson. The fight against Donald "Cowboy" Cerrone was supposed to be a test, a clash between a fearless veteran and one of the most unpredictable madmen in the UFC. Cowboy wasn't just another opponent, he was a legend in his own right, a man with over 10 knockout wins, 5 of which came from his signature head kicks, a record that still hasn't been broken to this day. Durable, dangerous, and always ready to scrap, Cerrone had seen it all, or so he thought. Across from him stood Tony Ferguson, wild, creative, and borderline insane inside the octagon. With his 6'4" wingspan and elbows sharper than blades, Ferguson didn't just fight, he sliced, twisted, and overwhelmed his opponents with chaos. From the very first bell, it was clear that this was going to be something brutal. From the opening bell, the fight was electric. Cowboy started strong, launching his famous combinations, body kicks that echoed through the arena, sharp jabs, and crisp right hands. The crowd roared as he landed clean, forcing Ferguson to adjust. But Tony, grinning through the chaos, began to move like a storm. His pace picked up, his strikes came from bizarre angles, spinning elbows, slicing uppercuts, and knees in the clinch that made even the commentators gasp. By the end of the first round, the momentum began to tilt. Ferguson's footwork and unpredictable rhythm started to frustrate Cowboy. He'd move in, land a flurry, then pivot out before Cerrone could counter. In the second round, Tony unleashed hell. He trapped Cowboy against the fence and went to work, ripping the body, snapping the head back with elbows, and punishing every small mistake. His elbows found their target again and again, painting Cerrone's face red. The damage was brutal. Halfway through the round, a vicious elbow opened up, swelling under Cowboy's eye, which ballooned almost instantly. Still, Cerrone refused to quit. He swung back, roaring in defiance, trying to land one of those famous high kicks that could end any fight in a heartbeat. But Tony smelled blood. He stalked him like a predator, throwing relentless combinations that forced Cowboy to cover up. The horn finally sounded, and Cowboy stumbled back to his corner, blood pouring, his eye completely shut. Between rounds, in a desperate attempt to breathe, Cerrone blew his nose, and that's when everything went wrong. The pressure caused his already damaged eye to swell shut completely. The ringside doctor took one look and shook his head. The crowd held its breath. A legend had been stopped, not by a knockout, but by sheer damage. Tony Ferguson stood tall, bloodied, smiling, arms raised in triumph. It wasn't just a victory, it was domination. He had broken a legend without ever needing to put him out cold. Cerrone, proud even in defeat, accepted the outcome with respect. That night, fans witnessed the madness and brilliance of Tony Ferguson in full display. His pace, his precision, his insanity, and they saw Cowboy Cerrone's heart, his refusal to surrender even when his body failed him. It was the perfect storm. Violence, courage, and raw emotion. The kind of fight that reminds everyone why they fell in love with MMA.